Although 15 years have passed since NBA star Shaquille O'Neal and Shawnee ended their marriage, the topic still generates significant interest. O'Neal has candidly acknowledged his wrongdoings during the marriage, admitting that he was ultimately responsible for its failure. One of these alleged indiscretions involved Laura Govan, as claimed by her ex-fiancé, Gilbert. In a resurfaced clip, the former Washington Wizards star recalled the moment he first heard rumors about Shaq's involvement with Govan. "It was in Indiana. The Shaq sleeping with my ex rumor came out, and I am at the free throw line and all I heard was Shaq, Shaq, Shaq," he said on an April 2023 episode of Gil's Arena. "That wasn't the bad part," he continued. "The bad part, there was two kids behind the bench doing this." Arenas then mimicked a thrusting motion with his hips to illustrate how the kids taunted him about his fiancée allegedly being involved with O'Neal. "I hit all backboard," the former Wizards star confessed. While the Gil's Arena crew found the former NBA player's story hilarious, the drama that unfolded at the time was far from amusing. In 2009, rumors began swirling that Shaquille O'Neal was involved in a romantic affair with Laura Govan, who had once been his personal assistant. "She was his side chick and assistant," Gil reportedly commented on Lil Duval's post. According to KBLA, Shaq was still married to his then-wife, Shawnee, who had chosen to reconcile after initially filing for divorce in 2007. In November 2009, the YBF posted screenshots of emails allegedly exchanged between Shaq and Laura Govan. The emails detailed plans for a meetup between Govan, who was in a relationship with Gilbert Arenas at the time, and the NBA star, arranging for her to visit Shaq's hotel room for a sexual rendezvous. "Is Shawnee going with you? And how late?" a message read from Laura. The last message from Laura in the email exchange read, "So I will see you, erase all these messages please." 5 days after the emails, which spanned from December 2008 to November 2009, leaked online, Shawnee filed for divorce from Shaq. Laura Govan insisted that the screenshots were fake and denied any affair took place. However, Shawnee O'Neal further fueled the rumors of Shaq's involvement with Govan during a 2011 episode of Basketball Wives, where Laura and her sister Gloria were cast members for 2 seasons. The televised fallout strained Shawnee and Gloria's friendship for all to see. Laura maintained her stance that nothing happened between her and Shawnee's former husband. In 2010, Laura Govan addressed the emails for the first time. When asked in an issue of Sister to Sister magazine why she had taken so long to respond to the rumors, she finally spoke out. "I have 3 kids ages 4, 3, and 11 months, and in between that, I had a miscarriage," she said at the time. "Gilbert was going through his thing, you know. He came first and foremost and then my children and us as a family. There was nothing else to that. And for the record, we never split." When asked about the veracity of the emails, Govan said, "We found out who actually made up the fake emails. Both parties know the truth, and that's it." In 2011, when asked by the Loop 21 if she joined the Basketball Wives cast to clear up the cheating rumors, Laura responded, "I am not here to clear up. If I haven't done anything, I have nothing to clear up. I want people to understand the dynamic of what I actually went through. I have never been in the media. It's always been someone else controlling the narrative. This was my chance to set the record straight about my relationship with Gilbert and the Shawnee Shaquille stuff. It's been 3 years. Are we still talking about that dumb? He's moved on, has had countless relationships since, and now has a solid girlfriend. Get your life together." When asked to confirm whether she had slept with Shaq, Laura replied, "Hell no. Have you seen his feet? How you gonna sleep with somebody who has feet like that?" She continued, "Like I have seen him in his sandals. I love Shaquille to death, but I would never get down with Shaquille. And it's funny because I feel like when I have seen him or been around him, we just have a good time. We are like brother and sister. I just think that Shawnee O'Neal had her own agenda and did things for the show. And it is what it is. But at this point, 3 years later, I don't want to talk about him. Talk about somebody I actually like." Despite Laura Govan's claims that nothing happened between her and her former boss, Shaq has admitted that he did not always honor his marriage vows. During an April 2022 appearance on the Pivot podcast, Shaq confessed, "I wasn't protecting her and wasn't protecting the vows. Sometimes when you live that double life, you get caught up. So I am not going to say it was all her, it was all me. She did exactly what she was supposed to do, gave me beautiful kids, took care of the house, took care of the corporate stuff," O'Neal added. "It was just all me. Sometimes when you make a lot mistakes like that you can't really come back." Shaq and Shawnee reached a divorce settlement in March 2010. While rumors of Shaq's alleged infidelities with Govan first emerged in 2009, it remains unclear when or if they were ever involved. Arenas and Govan, who share 4 children, were publicly linked from 2002 until their breakup in 2014. Fans reignited the discussion when the arena's clip resurfaced, bringing the allegations back into the spotlight. Funny part is you can laugh about it now, and you came out in a better situation. Only person who lost was her. Where she ain't now, one commentator wrote on Instagram. Shaq was married with children, a social media user noted. He didn't respect you, Agent Zero, a fan asserted, referencing Arena's nickname he gained due to his jersey number. Unfortunately, they all do it. It's called basketball wives for a reason, they get passed around, another person wrote. In 2022, Shawnee married Houston-based pastor Keon Henderson. During an appearance on The Pivot, Shaq congratulated Shawnee on her engagement, saying she's happy now. She's about to marry a fine young gentleman, and I am happy for her. Shaquille O'Neal and Kevin Hart share a deep-rooted friendship and professional history. Their relationship was a focal point on the July 24th episode of Shaq's The Big Podcast. During an interview with internet personality Desi Banks on his show, Shaquille O'Neal offered some insight into his current relationship with Kevin Hart. When Banks brought up Hart, O'Neal shared his thoughts on the Laugh Out Loud Productions founder. "I have seen you change Kevin Hart's life," Banks told Shaq, noting the history of Shaq helping other comedians with his various platforms. The Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Famer responded, "Say that again. This will not call me back." Once a clip from The Big Podcast with Desi Banks hit social media, fans began reacting to Shaq publicly calling out the Think Like a Man star. Many of the commenters took the chance to crack jokes at O'Neal and Hart's expense. Some fans took Shaq's remarks seriously, remembering past instances where celebrities like Monique and Chelsea Handler had accused Hart of going silent on them. On Instagram, a fan wrote, "Everyone can't be lying, sounds like, and yeah, I said sounds like because I don't know, but sounds like fame really changed Kevin. And if so, that's very unfortunate, because these are truly genuine appearing people saying this about him. Hope it's all a misunderstanding on all sides." Another added, "Kat and Monique already said this, so no new news here. Kevin Hart never call anybody back," a third person said. Other people had questions about the situation. For example, a comment on the Big Podcast Instagram page read, "Can someone explain what Shaq did for Kevin to change his life?" Shaquille O'Neal played a significant role in Kevin Hart's rise in comedy. In 2009, O'Neal co-hosted the All-Star Comedy Jam stand-up special with Cedric the Entertainer. The lineup featured a pre-superstar Hart as the headliner. Many didn't know who Kevin Hart was until they watched All Stars Comedy Jam. "Truth right there," said one commentator. 5 years later, the 7'1" O'Neal and the 5'4" Hart recreated the iconic poster from the 1998 film Twins, which originally starred Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito. Recently, People magazine named this photo one of its 50 most iconic images of the past 50 years. "Shaq is one of my closest friends. I have known the big fella for quite some time. Our relationship took a turn for the worse not too long back because Shaq has a habit of picking me up in front of my kids and I don't like it," Hart told the Philadelphia Inquirer in 2013. When old homophobic jokes resurfaced in 2019 and led to calls for his cancellation, Shaq defended the Philadelphia native. The two celebrities have also playfully roasted each other on Live and appeared together at Super Bowl in 2023, where Hart gave Shaq a light smack on the back of the head.